Hello, BookTube. Another bookshelf tour, number 3. You'll notice over here there's an empty space. That was this set. So the set's going to be easier to do here at the table. So we're going to try it that way and see how it goes. And this set is an Easton Press set, and it's Winston Churchill. It's a biography, multi-volume, and actually my mom got it for me at a library book sale years ago up in Bangor, Maine. She got the whole set. She's paid, I think, about $100. So it's a treasure of mine. Churchill is someone I've studied extensively in college and just personally. I find it fascinating. So volume 1 here is Youth. We got 1874 to 1900. Like I say, they're Easton Press. Famous photo of our subject right there. So it's by Randolph S. Churchill, illustrated with photographs and maps, Easton Press, Norwalk, Connecticut. Originally came out in 66, 94 for the Easton Press here, 1994. So very young man, there's his father. Lots of photographs. Very documented life, as you'll notice, because we've got a lot of volumes to go through. Here he is as a younger man. Let's see, I know they have some maps in here too. Copies of letters. Well, I don't want to keep you waiting too much with this sort of thing. You either hit it when you're flipping through or you don't, right? So, anywho, volume 1. Volume 2, so there's something to notice here. R.S. Churchill. Now in this next one, you'll notice Gilbert. So this is Winston S. Churchill, young statesman, 1901 to 1914. And like I said, it says Gilbert. But in this case, it's also, and this is volume 2 of the set, obviously. This is also by Randolph Churchill. So that's a little odd. At this time, Martin Gilbert was acting as a researcher for these books, but wasn't the author, apparently. So, don't know what to say about that on the cover here. Good index on these. So there's number 2. Now, all the rest will say Gilbert. So this is volume 3, The Challenge of War, 1914 and 1916. And this is by Martin Gilbert. And the rest will be too. Love that photo. Volume 3, The Stricken World, 1917 to 1922. Again by Gilbert. More mature Churchill there. Here he is, Sir Henry Wilson and Churchill in Paris in March 1919. Absolutely lovely book. So we are on 5. Here we go. The Prophet of Truth, again Gilbert. Another great photo. And that's 1922, 1934. It's volume 5, part 1. They started getting fancy with the numbering. A picture of Churchill painting, one of his great hobbies, along with bricklaying. Maybe they got one with bricklaying in here. I wouldn't be surprised. See how they got him politicking. Another great photo. Let's see what we have. So he's at Chartwell for a lot of this. So his home. Here's the Prophet of Truth, 35 to 39. Again, Gilbert. Like I say, the rest of them are all Gilbert. Yeah, volume 5, part 2. Let's see what we have here. They do have the ribbon markers. I'm struggling with one now because it's getting in my way. Let's see, we get a little bit of Churchill and his son Randolph at Chartwell. Taking it easy, I guess. Okay. Nothing like relaxing, right? And then there's Churchill in 1938. Looking none too happy, right? So this one is Finest Hour, 39 to 40. We're in this World War II stuff, right? It's going to be heavily documented. Well, all of Churchill's life was heavily documented. This is volume 6, part 1. Now, a lot of you remember these came out, and a lot of them originally were you'd see them everywhere, at least when I was younger, because of course he was such a dominant figure, in book club editions, and they would have those, volume numbers on them. And oh, here we go. We got a good map, and I just lost it. Put that pile's getting a little high. So then we have Finest Hour, 40 to 41. This was volume 6, part 2. I spent hours just looking at the pictures in these. Heavily photographed life, right? I'll make a separate file there. This is Road to Victory, 41 to 44. And we have another frontage picture, and this is volume 7, part 1. There he is, flying. The ever-present cigar. Just going to try to find a decent map. I know this has maps in it. Just a matter of me hitting them when I'm just swinging through them. Then we have Road to Victory, 44-45. That's volume 7, part 2. Then Never Despair, 45 to 51. And that would be volume 8, part 1. Wonderful photo here. He's in Provence there. Again, Martin Gilbert. Oh, here we go. We got some maps here. Heavily footnoted. Gilbert was a heck of a researcher. Of course, oh, there it is. This is the journey to Potsdam. Let's see. And then finally, Never Despair, 51 to 65. So Churchill was still alive during my lifetime. So Volume 8, Part 2. There he is. With Harry Truman there. With a very young queen. Very famous photo there. He's at Chartwell, his home. And then the funeral. So quite a nice set, a lot of stuff there. I've got a lot more Churchill over here of his own writings and biographies and stuff. So really, really enjoy him. Then I have on the same shelf 3 Columbus volumes. The first is here, The Life and Voyages of Christopher Columbus. And again, an Eastern Press, a beautiful thing. Here's a map. This is a journal and other documents on the life and voyages of Christopher Columbus, translated and edited by Samuel Eliot Morison, illustrated by Lima de Freitas, special 500th anniversary edition, Eastern Press. So, there you go. Just lovely. Morison's one of my favorite historians of all time. So these are his translations of the journals. They're just beautifully done, beautifully produced volume. These maps are just fantastic. And then these illustrations are throughout. They're just wonderful. And then a 2-volume of his biography of Christopher Columbus. What have I had in that volume 2? So, again, like all these volumes have these, I should have shown that on the Churchill, but they all have the same thing. They have these silk page markers, ribbon markers, right here. So this is Admiral of the Ocean Sea, A Life of Christopher Columbus, Samuel Eliot Morison, Volume 1, with an introduction by William F. Buckley, maps by Irwin Raith, drawings by Bertram Green, and again the 500th anniversary edition. So you can see there. So this is to my shipmates of the Harvard Columbus Expedition, the Barkentine Capitina, to catch Mariotis, 1939 to 1940. So let me see if I can find you some of the illustrations that make this just such a wonderful, wonderful biography. A real classic. And here we get something special. It's going to be hard for me to do because I do not want to rip this book. or these pages, but I'm going to do my best here. So bear with me. This is a fold-out map. So very detailed. Here's volume 2. Same look. Samuel Eliot Morrison's Admiral of the Ocean Sea, The Life of Christopher Columbus, volume 2. Of course, Eastern Press. So this is detailed by a man who could really sail. So when he's interpreting things for you, he's not doing it just sitting at a desk or in a library. He's actually been out there and done this stuff. You know, sailed, understands what it means. So it's just a fascinating work. So yeah. So let's see. We got all these on this shelf tour, Christopher Columbus volumes, journals, and all that, and then the biographies by Morrison. Then too many for me to show here, but the Churchill biography by Randolph Churchill and primarily by Martin Gilbert after that. So that was the third shelf tour, and thank you, BookTube.